Alright YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So let's get straight into this video. Let's talk about how your spirit makes people react to you strongly, right? So if you're watching this video and you know that you carry the Spirit of God with you, you follow God, right? You have the Holy Spirit. You've always had the Spirit that's made people just react to you. Like you didn't really have to say anything or say much. You've probably always had people have like some sort of reaction to you, whether it was negative or positive, right? And what I mean by people react to you, it's as if like if you come around somebody that's, say for example, like arrogant or something, and then you come around, because you being who you are, you naturally get this like attention because you have light on you. You just have this light on you because it comes from God. So you're someone who naturally gets attention, and you look like someone that's powerful, right? They could tell. So whenever you come around the arrogant person, the arrogance comes out of them, right? Because they start to feel like they need to compete with you. So they're like, who is this person, right? Like, no, I'm better than this person. I gotta prove that I'm better than this person. I gotta compete with this person. And your intentions have never been superficial things like, oh, I need to be better than this person. Oh, I need to compete with this person. Or I need to be richer than this person. Or I need to do this. You were never someone that really cared too much about materials. You didn't take these things seriously, right? But the world takes these things seriously, and the world judges people differently by these things, right? Whether it's something like looks, whether it's something like money, whether it's something like status, whatever it is, whatever the world cares about, people are treated differently, right? And that's a sad truth. But you, since you carry the Spirit of God, you've treated everybody the same. And people that have a lot of pride, they don't want to be treated the same, right? They want to be put on a pedestal. But you, since you have a discerning spirit, you see them, you're just like, that's still a person, right? That's a person just like any other person that's going to end up dying, right? Like we're all going to end up dying. And I'm not trying to sound depressing and everything, but this is how you see things probably if you're watching this video. You see like the total, most authentic truth. You don't really care about stuff that doesn't really truly matter. And this is what makes people get triggered around you, or like you cause a reaction. It's because when you come around, you're different. You're not talking about the same things. You're not putting people on a pedestal. You're not talking about a lot of material things, a lot of worldly things. You're probably someone that talks about a lot of like abstract things, or like different ideas, or like stuff that's not easily talked about and things like that. And because of that, people could see that you're like that, and it causes a reaction for them. This is why you probably had strangers come up to you and they look at you as if they're in shock. They're like, who is this person, right? And you're just like, what? And the stranger might just be like, I don't know, but you just look like somebody, right? You probably had that happen to you before. And so, like I said, this all comes from the Spirit that you carry. Because you're chosen, you carry the Spirit of God. So people see you as this light. People see you as this different thing. They don't really see you as just like a physical flesh human, right? They see you kind of as a spirit. Whether they believe in spirituality or not, they could feel it, right? So whenever they see you, they can't really put their hand on like who you are exactly, or like what you do. They can't really like judge you, because most of their judgments are wrong, because you're somebody who has a lot of depth to them, right? You're not someone who's superficial. You have a lot of depth, and people see that, they'll try to judge you off something superficial, but then the more they get to know you, they're like, wait, this person's way, way, way different. Like way different than I thought, right? They start to figure out things about you, and they're like, whoa, I thought this person was going to be like this, right? They try to put you in these boxes, but you're not someone that could fit inside of a box. That's why you stand out. You can't fit inside of a box. So since you're not fitting into any labels or boxes and everything, you're going to cause a lot of reactions in people, because they're going to naturally want to put you in some sort of category, right? But they can't. So they're going to be like, oh, this person looks like a, D-bag, right? And then they'll speak to you and they're like, well, this person's way different. This person's definitely not like this. This person's the complete opposite, right? So you've probably had that happen to you plenty of times, where someone has judged you harshly, and like once you end up speaking to them, they might even tell you, they're like, hey, I thought you were going to be this way, but you're completely different. And this is what the world does. Most people judge people before they even know them. As bad as it sounds, people judge before they even know them. So people will get these prejudgments about you if you're watching this video, and they'll all be completely false. And this causes a reaction to them too, because they're just like, they start to get angry. They're like, man, I thought this person was like this. Why is this person this way? What caused this person to act like this, be like this, or do this thing? And you also cause a reaction in other people because, like I've spoke about in some of my older videos, you got that Godfidence about you. It's like no matter what happens in your life, you still carry this type of confidence to you. You just have this like knowing that everything's gonna work out for you, right? So people can see you in situations that seem grim, right? And they're gonna think you're gonna perish. They're gonna think you're gonna just end up going down in the dumps and just, losing in life, right? But that never happens because you got God on your side. So you never end up truly falling. So you never end up truly falling, and you know this inside of you, even when you're in a season of lack, a season of many trials and tribulations and everything. You already know that it's going to work out. Even in like the depths of like where it's the worst, you already know it's going to work out. And people see you and they don't know where this comes from. They don't know why you have this confidence. And a lot of dark, wicked people who are insecure about themselves, they don't want people to be confident. This is why people have tried to dim your light, right? They're going to try to quote unquote humble you when you've always been humble. Just that light, the light that you have attracts a lot of attention, and because it attracts a lot of attention, they're going to immediately think this person's arrogant. They're going to think you're someone who's arrogant, right? They're going to be like, oh, this person has had an easy life, or this person's this person is going to be a prideful person, but they quickly figure out that that's not the case. That's not the case for you at all, so they start to react really strongly to you. They start to get curious about you. And if you're watching this video, this is only for people who truly resonate. But I know many of you will resonate with this video, but people just get this curiosity about you. They just don't know why they want to figure you out, but they can't help it in a way, right? And this is why people react so strongly. This is why you probably spoke to a stranger, for example. You could have said something as simple as hi, and then they look shocked or something. Like they look shocked and like their eyes light up and stuff, and you're just like, why did this person react this way? And you may think that reaction could just mean from superficial things, and that's possible too. It could mean because maybe you're someone who is good looking, right? Or maybe you're someone who just looks different, or maybe you're whatever you're wearing. But most of the time, it's a spirit that shocks them like that. This is why whenever you speak, people's heads kind of just like turn, and they're like, who's speaking, right? Because you have this voice to you, this anointed, right? You have a powerful voice. You've probably been somebody who's been able to kind of like I wouldn't say talk your way out of things, but you've been able to talk to people in whatever situation it is, and you've been able to talk smoothly through it, and you could take someone from being completely like angry or like depressed or down, and all of a sudden they start to be happy, right? This is what you do. If you're someone who's chosen, this is what you do. You just bring the light, right? Or like because of like the way you sound, you could be talking to someone that's wicked, someone that does things that are sinful, right? You can start speaking, and all of a sudden they start to get triggered, right? They're gonna start to feel kind of like convicted when they get around you. They're gonna start to feel quote unquote judged, right? And that's why you create these reactions in people. You have this polarity about you, right? You either create good reactions or bad reactions. You either expose people's demons or you expose their good side, right? You just expose these things. And the reason this happens is because you carry the Spirit of God. God is a spirit that exposes everything, right? Because God is the light, so you carry the light inside you. You're gonna always expose things. Whether you even say anything or not, you're either going to see it or say, this is just what you do. And then people see you, and if someone's acting a certain way, and it's a way that you know is not right, you might see someone being manipulative or like fake or like deceptive in anything, and you see that, So you look at the person and they see you and they can tell that you can see what they're doing. So they try to hide it away from you, or they try to immediately see you as an enemy, right? You're someone that people can't really hide from. People can't hide anything from. This is what causes reactions from people, because since they can't hide anything from you, if they want to hide something from you, they're gonna try to attack you, right? So you don't bring it up. They're gonna try to push you down. They're gonna want to make you feel small. They're gonna want to hurt your confidence, right? Because they don't want to be exposed. They don't want to be, quote unquote, criticized and everything like that. But for you, this is just what happens. This is just your spirit. You just do these things without even trying, because it just comes naturally to you, because this is what you do. Since you have a light, you have spiritual gifts and everything. The words that come out of your mouth and everything are always going to be powerful. The stuff that you say is always going to be powerful. The things that you do are always going to be powerful, right? And people know this. So whenever you speak to people, even if you say the most simple things, it just hits differently to them. It hits more than just their ears or like their ego. It hits their spirit. That's why you've probably spoken to people and like all of a sudden they start to gain all this insight. They're like, where am I getting all this insight? Because the things that you say speak directly to their spirit. Because a lot of things that you say come from God, so God starts to speak through you. Even when you don't even know it, all of a sudden you'll say something that's extremely like true, or extremely accurate, or something that helps someone exactly with the situation that they're dealing with. You'll do this on accident, and you won't know until after that it was God speaking through you, right? And this has probably been happening to you throughout your whole life. You just had this this knowledge about certain things, and you don't know where you got this knowledge from, or like this knowing about stuff, and you don't know how you know it, but you just know it. And this has been happening to you throughout your whole life, and this is what made people react so strongly to you, because they're like, who is this person? How does this person know this? How does this person do that? How's this person so young but they know about this? Where did they even learn this? Right? But yeah, if you're watching this video, just know that you're somebody who causes reactions in people. You cause strong reactions in people. These strong reactions could be positive, or these strong reactions could be negative, right? But you're someone who always causes a reaction in other people. It's just what you do, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and if you're not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.